Carr. I'm going to be going over my quality improvement project today. I have two listeners. This is Christy Bueller. She's a fellow RN at Jackson Hospital Emergency Room. And I also have Abby Griffin. She's a future nursing student. So I figured these would be two ideal candidates to go over this project with. Oftentimes, in healthcare, there's problems with communication. That's why for my clinical issue, I decided to find a way to better improve and make it easier for employees to give ideas to their directors or nursing managers or anything like that on how to improve the departments or employees or even the entire hospital or facility. In this project, the role of leadership is very important. The leader needs to make sure that everyone is aware that they are very open to ideas, open to different ways to take the ideas in and then make it known to all employees that they will consider all of the ideas and not just, pick and choose which one they're going to do. Obviously, it's not possible to improve and expound upon every idea that is given just because, resources, time, money, things like that. It's just not possible. So it's important to let the employees know that. That way they're not disappointed if it seems like theirs is the only idea that's not being put forward in the project. One of the ways that they could make ideas come to is making a board. I actually recently did this in the emergency room that I work at. I made a board and there is it's almost like set up like a traffic light. There's a red, yellow, and green light, and then there's a portion to where everyone can put their ideas on a sticky note or something like that, and then it'll be moved to the part of the traffic light that it would be under right now. The red light obviously means, hey, we can't do that right now. Yellow light means that we could possibly do it. It might be in the works. And then a green light is things that have been done from the ideas given or that are about to be finished. There's obviously different ways that you could do that. It doesn't just have to be the board. It could be an anonymous tip box or something like that. It's just important for it to be anonymous because I've noticed that many employees are very discouraged in giving their managers ideas because they feel like it won't be taken seriously depending on the source it came from. They might think that if I give them my idea, that they won't go for it, but then if Christy did, then they might be more willing to do it or something like that. So it's important that they, to make it known they don't have to put their name on it unless they just really want to. Some different evidence-based things that I found is that any quality improvement project, not just with this, it's important to identify the area that's needed for improvement. There needs to be a developing stage or implementing the plans. They need to measure the success with the plans given, celebrate any successes that they're having, and then to maintain that success. There's also more resources that I found that explain what all goes into a quality improvement project. It involves lots of time, evaluation from peers, from managers, everything, and then interventions, because sometimes the project doesn't go as planned and you might have to tweak certain things to make it work a little bit better. As for evaluation, there's different things that you could do. You could simply ask everybody their opinion, which I actually did at my ER to see how everybody liked it, and everybody that I talked to seemed to like it because they felt like it was more recognized because it's constantly there. Someone's constantly reviewing it instead of going how we used to and just telling our director an idea and, it not being written down or anything like that, so it's easier to forget it. So they constantly see where their idea is at in the progress or in the process. Or, again, with the everything being anonymous, you could pass out or just have evaluation cards standing beside it, and then you can just drop them in there once you're done evaluating it. So overall, there's a lot of different ways to go about a quality improvement project, especially this one. It's important just to find what's better for your area and go from there. However, it's easier for everybody to give their ideas and how to implement it better. And that's my you.
Right. Now we're gonna do a short question and answer section. Christy, have you ever had any kind of communication issues in your place of work?
Yeah, with my manager, just like you said earlier, giving suggestions is very hard, whenever you're just looking at them and they just kind of say, oh, yeah, that's something to think about. And then they just kind of move on. They don't really seem to take it down like you think they should whenever you come up with a suggestion that could improve your workplace.
Very true. Abby, how have you ever had a communication issue in your work?
Absolutely every day. So, there's times you're not going to be able to get anything. There'll be an issue getting your point across. So, yes.
Now, Christy, do you think it would be easier to be anonymous with your suggestions, like I mentioned with like the board idea, or do you think it would be easier to like fill something out with your name on it?
I think it is much easier to be able to write something down and then just throw it in a box for the manager to read. Something more anonymous like that, so that he doesn't really seem to outweigh your opinions over others.
And Abby, which way do you think would be more successful?
I completely agree with what she said.
And so do you think that overall this type of plan where you input your ideas and then hopefully your manager reviews them and tries to do his best to make them happen, do you think that would be successful? Make things easier?
With the board that you did at work, it seems to have helped a lot. People are able to write down their ideas, just jot them down, and then put them on the board. And our manager really seems to go in and he gets involved with putting them in the places that they correlate to. And it seems to have gotten a lot of work done.
And Abby, what do you think?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you think that a board like this would be successful, or do you think that other ways would be better?
I think that would be the most successful. I feel like it's straightforward without drawing attention to anyone else, and like y'all said, it seems to be getting results and things seem to be getting done. So I think that would be the most successful way to do it.
All right, thank you.